A clamp meter, also known as a clamp-on ammeter, is a handheld tool that measures electric current by clamping around a conductor. It allows for non-intrusive and safe measurement of current flow, commonly used in electrical installations, troubleshooting, and maintenance work. Clamp meters work on the principle of electromagnetic induction for alternating current and Hall effect sensing for direct current. The sensor inside the clamp detects the magnetic field around a conductor, then translates it into an electrical signal to display the current. Clamp jaws sense the magnetic field produced by current in the wire. The digital display shows measured values such as amps, volts, and ohms. The selector dial lets users choose between different measurement modes. Test leads are used for measuring voltage, resistance, or continuity. The hold button freezes the current reading on display. The backlight button illuminates the display for low-light conditions. The zero button is especially important for direct current measurements to eliminate offset. The battery compartment powers the meter, usually with 9-volt or AA batteries. Single conductor rule. Only clamp around one wire at a time. Clamping around a whole cable with both live and neutral will cancel the magnetic fields and read zero. Alternating current versus direct current measurement. Ensure the clamp meter supports direct current measurement if required, since not all models do. Measurement range. Clamp meters have maximum current ranges, often up to 400, 600, or 1000 amps. Choose a meter suitable for your system. Auto-ranging feature. Many digital clamp meters automatically adjust the range for more precise readings. True RMS versus average sensing. True RMS clamp meters give accurate readings for non-sinusoidal waveforms, which are common in variable frequency drives and modern electronics. Some clamp meters, use Rogowski coils, which are these flexible loops that are really ideal for measuring large or hard-to-reach conductors. Advanced clamp meters can also capture inrush current, which is super helpful for catching those starting current spikes in motors and compressors. And yeah, some models even allow data storage or wireless connectivity through Bluetooth, making advanced diagnostics and reporting a lot easier. There's also the peak hold function, which is useful for capturing those transient currents that happen too quickly to see in real time. Finally, larger jaws on a clamp meter allow you to measure thicker cables or bundled wires, which can be a real lifesaver in certain situations. Always check the category rating like Cat 2, 3, or 4, because that tells you where the meter can safely be used, whether it's residential, industrial, or high-voltage systems. Many clamp meters also include a non-contact voltage detector to check for live wires, which is pretty handy. When measuring DC, make sure you've got the polarity right, since reverse polarity might just show up as a negative value. Most clamp meters can test for open circuits by beeping when continuity is present, which is a great quick check. They often include basic ammeter functions too, so you can measure resistance with test leads. Higher-end models can even measure capacitance and frequency, like Hertz, which is useful for diagnosing HVAC systems. Some industrial clamp meters might include megaammeter functions for insulation resistance testing. For accurate and reliable measurements, it's recommended to get your meter calibrated annually, especially if you're using it professionally. And always check the battery status before any critical tests, because a low battery can definitely affect your measurement accuracy. Lastly, look for IP ratings to make sure your meter is suitable for the environment you're working in. So, to measure current with a clamp meter, just set the dial to AC or DC current depending on what you need. Then, open the clamp and place it around a single conductor. Make sure to close the jaws tightly. After that, just read the value on the display. If you need to keep the value for reference, go ahead and press the hold button. So, clamp meters have a bunch of really useful applications. In industrial panels, you can monitor high current equipment without ever needing a shutdown. For residential wiring, they're great for identifying overloaded circuits or unbalanced loads. When it comes to motor maintenance, you can easily measure running and inrush currents. In solar systems, clamp meters help you verify current from panels and inverters. And even in vehicle diagnostics, you can measure starter motor draw or alternator output. One of the biggest advantages is that there's no circuit interruption needed. It's just safer and faster than traditional current measurement methods. Plus, you get multiple features all packed into one compact tool. So clamp meters, while super handy, do have a few limitations. Their accuracy can be lower than wired multimeters, especially when you're dealing with low currents, like less than 1 amp. It's really important to use the right technique if you want accurate readings. Also, just a heads up, you can't measure current in multi-conductor cables unless you separate them first. Alright, let's talk maintenance. Be sure to store your clamp meter in a dry case to prevent any moisture damage. It's also a good idea to keep the clamp jaws clean for proper operation. Replace the batteries promptly, and every once in a while compare your readings with a calibrated meter to make sure everything's still accurate. Safety always comes first. Always wear proper personal protective equipment. Never clamp around damaged or uninsulated wires. You should verify voltage ratings before using the meter, and only use it on de-energized systems unless it's specifically designed for live testing. In conclusion, a clamp meter is a must-have tool for modern electrical work, offering efficient and safe current measurement without interrupting the circuit. By understanding its principles, features, and correct usage, electricians and engineers can diagnose problems more effectively and honestly work much more safely.